those moments when one secret can flip everything upside down? Well, tonight, that's exactly what we're dealing with. A bombshell claim straight from someone inside Justin Bieber's inner circle. Someone who says Justin never actually loved Hailey. If that's true, it doesn't just shake their marriage. It rewrites their entire story. Their private lives, their public image, and even Justin's music suddenly look very different. According to this insider, not some random stranger, but someone who's been close for years, Justin's feelings for Hailey were never rooted in love. Respect? Yes. Gratitude? Definitely. But love? They claim it was never really there. Imagine hearing that about one of the most talked about celebrity marriages of the past decade. No wonder the internet is on fire. When Justin and Hailey tied the knot back in 2018, the world called it a whirlwind romance. Beautiful wedding photos, Instagram captions, red carpet appearances, the picture-perfect fairy tale. But now, this revelation suggests a very different reality. The source says Justin didn't marry for passion. He married out of pressure. Pressure to move forward, to prove stability, to show the world he was grounded after years of chaos. And suddenly, fans are replaying everything. Old clips of Justin looking distant on red carpets. Moments where Hailey leaned in for affection and he pulled away. Interviews where his voice sounded flat when he mentioned her. Clips that once seemed harmless now look like puzzle pieces fitting into this new narrative. Justin himself has admitted to struggling with mental health, anxiety, and burnout. And according to this friend, Hailey was more like a support system than a true romantic partner. She was there to steady him. But the love story fans celebrated? Maybe it wasn't real at all. For Hailey, this revelation is brutal. She's defended their marriage again and again. She's faced years of online hate and constant comparisons. Now, people are accusing her of holding on to a relationship that wasn't built on love, even of building her brand around the Mrs. Bieber title. And if this insider's claim is true, that entire narrative could collapse. For Justin, the stakes might be even higher. His whole career is built on authenticity. Fans stuck by him through scandals because they believed his heart was real. But if they start to think his marriage was built on an illusion, how can they trust his songs? How can they believe his lyrics, his promises, or his words? Every love song suddenly sounds questionable. Every declaration to Hailey risks being dismissed as performance. And when trust breaks between a star and their fans, it almost never comes back. Now, the internet is divided. Some fans are furious, saying they feel betrayed for believing in a fairy tale that never existed. Others insist this is just a smear campaign, that Justin and Hailey's bond is stronger than ever. Social media is flooded with debates, edits, timelines, and viral clips, all trying to prove one side right, but the damage is done. The fairy tale is cracked. And now everyone is asking the same thing. What happens next? As the shockwaves spread, the fallout is only getting messier. Entertainment outlets are circling like hawks, desperate for every detail. Old interviews are resurfacing, fans are zooming in on body language, and clips of Justin looking tense or withdrawn around Hailey are suddenly everywhere. It's like the internet is rewriting their entire love story in real time. And then there's Hailey. For years, she's brushed off criticism with carefully chosen words, sarcastic posts, or simply ignoring the noise. But this is different. This isn't trolling from strangers online. This is coming from inside Justin's own circle. It's public humiliation on a level no one could prepare for. Insiders say she's furious, blindsided, and heartbroken. Imagine defending your marriage for 7 years, only to have someone close to your husband claim the love was never real. That cuts deeper than any meme or hashtag ever could. For Justin, the weight of this revelation could become unbearable. His every move is now being dissected under a microscope. If he posts a lyric about heartbreak, people will call it a confession. If he skips an anniversary shout-out, they'll say it proves the insider was right. Even something as small as not wearing his ring in a photo could spark headlines. And let's not forget the bigger picture, Justin's music. His songs have always been tied to his personal life. Fans connected his lyrics to Hailey, believed his words were sincere. But now, every love song risks sounding hollow. Every romantic lyric is up for debate. Was he writing from the heart? Or was it all just performance to sell a story? That question alone could haunt every new project he releases. Meanwhile, social media is buzzing with brutal comparisons. People are putting Justin's old interviews about Selena side by side with his interviews about Hailey. They're pointing out the passion in one, the restraint in the other. And whether fair or not, the narrative spreading is that he never truly loved his wife. The question now is, how do Justin and Hailey respond? Do they issue a united front, proving the critics wrong? Or does the silence continue, letting the internet believe the worst? Because right now, every second of silence feels like another nail in the coffin of their fairy tale. The longer this storm brews, the more dangerous it becomes for both Justin and Hailey. Hollywood insiders are already whispering that brands are quietly pulling back. For companies investing millions into image-driven campaigns, uncertainty is poison. Justin's carefully crafted family man reputation was the foundation of those deals. And if the world now sees his marriage as hollow, the foundation cracks. Hailey isn't spared either. Her Rhode skincare line, which has been riding a wave of billion-dollar success, is suddenly caught in the middle. For years, she's fought accusations of writing Justin's name for relevance. Now, critics say this revelation proves it, that her entire identity is tied to a marriage that may never have been built on love. Fair or not, that narrative threatens to overshadow her business achievements. And then there's the public. Fans are relentless. Threads on Twitter and TikTok edits are digging up every red carpet clip where Justin looked distracted, every viral moment where he walked ahead of Hailey instead of beside her. People are calling those the warning signs they ignored. It's like the internet is stitching together a tragic love story frame by frame, turning speculation into evidence. But the most brutal part of this saga isn't the memes or the gossip. It's the silence. Hailey hasn't spoken. Justin hasn't spoken. And that silence is deafening. Every day without a response fuels more theories. Some say Justin is too guilty to deny it. Others believe Hailey is waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. Insiders close to her say she's weighing her options carefully, whether to stand by him and fight, or to finally walk away. The truth is, one statement from either of them could change the entire narrative. But until that moment comes, the fairy tale looks more fragile than ever. And fans are left asking the question no one wants to say out loud. Is this the beginning of the end for Justin and Hailey Bieber? The whispers of divorce are no longer whispers. Legal experts and gossip outlets are already speculating what a split would look like. Justin and Hailey share not just a marriage, but businesses, properties, and most importantly, a child. And when there's a child involved, the stakes skyrocket. Fans have begun dissecting who would get what, from their Beverly Hills mansion to their Toronto home. Some believe Justin would try to hold on to everything, citing that most of the fortune is tied to his career. Others argue Hailey has every right to demand her share, especially since she stood by him during his darkest battles. But the custody conversation is where it gets brutal. Social media threads are already painting nightmare scenarios, messy courtrooms, leaked documents, and each side's lawyers digging into years of private struggles. Hailey's defenders claim she's been the stable one all along, and that her being the primary parent is only logical. Justin's supporters clap back, saying his recent focus on faith and family makes him just as deserving. Behind the scenes, insiders say Hailey is quietly consulting with her legal team, preparing herself in case things spiral. It doesn't mean she's filing yet, but the fact that conversations are even happening tells you how serious this situation has become. The sad truth is that if this marriage fractures, it won't just be another celebrity breakup. It will be one of the most publicized, dissected divorces in modern pop culture, with millions of fans taking sides and every move under the harshest spotlight. And once custody battles enter the mix, the fairy tale image of Justin and Hailey won't just be broken, it will be shattered forever. If this battle does head into the courts, Justin's own music could ironically become evidence against him. Lawyers on Hailey's side would have no trouble digging through his lyrics, interviews, and past statements to paint a picture of instability, regret, and unresolved baggage. Imagine clips of him admitting he rushed into marriage, or songs that sound like veiled confessions being replayed in front of a judge. Suddenly, art becomes ammunition, and it doesn't stop there. His public image, carefully built on redemption and growth, could take another hit. For years, Justin's rebrand has been about showing maturity, faith, and family values. But if the world starts to believe his marriage was a lie, that branding collapses. Sponsors don't want scandal, and tours don't thrive on headlines about courtroom drama. Instead of fans talking about his new single or world tour, the only thing people might discuss is whether he lied about love and stability all along. For Hailey, this shift could actually work in her favor. She has spent years fighting accusations that she was living in Selena's shadow, or that she forced herself into Justin's life. Now, with this revelation, she could flip the script. casting herself as the wronged wife who gave everything, only to be humiliated. That narrative resonates, especially in a world that loves a redemption arc. She could come out of this not just surviving, but more sympathetic. With stronger brand deals and a more independent identity than ever before, the irony here is brutal. The marriage that once promised Justin stability could end up being the very thing that destabilizes his career. And if Hailey plays her cards right, she could be the one walking away with not just the sympathy, but the spotlight. And of course, in stories like this, Selena's name always finds its way back into the spotlight, whether she wants it or not. The moment whispers spread that Justin may have never loved Hailey, fans immediately drew comparisons to his past with Selena. Old videos resurfaced, the way he looked at her on stage, the lyrics many believed were written for her, the tattoos that still linger even after failed cover-ups. To millions, this new revelation only proves what they always suspected, that Selena was the one and Hailey was a placeholder. Selena herself has remained quiet, as she almost always does in these situations. But her silence is never really silence. Fans fill the gaps, projecting meaning into her posts, her smiles, even the timing of her public appearances. If she drops a selfie looking radiant, people say she's glowing because she escaped the chaos. If she shares a cryptic lyric or quote, it gets dissected as commentary on Justin's marriage. It's a cycle she can't escape, no matter how far she's moved on with Benny Blanco. For Hailey, Selena's shadow becomes heavier with each headline. Every reminder of Justin's old love story stings worse when paired with the claim that he never truly loved her. It doesn't matter how many public kisses, matching outfits, or anniversary posts they've shared, fans now see it all as a performance, as Justin trying to prove something that may never have been real. And Selena, whether she likes it or not, remains the unspoken centerpiece of that narrative. The public eats it up. On TikTok, edits comparing Justin's affection towards Selena versus Hailey dominate feeds. On Twitter, threads argue about how his marriage was doomed from the start because he never healed from Jelena. And on Instagram, comment sections are flooded with "she was always the one" and "Hailey deserves better." Selena's past becomes the foundation of Hailey's present nightmare. What's happening behind the scenes is just as brutal as the fan wars. Media outlets are running non-stop coverage, plastering side-by-side photos of Justin with Hailey and Justin with Selena, feeding the fire because they know this story sells. Every magazine cover, every entertainment blog, every late-night show monologue is spinning the same angle. Did Justin ever really love his wife, or was he just holding on to someone he couldn't have? Hollywood insiders see opportunity in the chaos. Streaming platforms are already lining up think pieces and documentaries about celebrity marriages, heartbreak, and the pressure of fame. Producers know that attaching Justin and Hailey's names and Selena's shadow guarantees millions of views. Even PR strategists are weighing in, saying this is a textbook example of how a carefully crafted image can collapse in seconds when someone close to the circle cracks the illusion. Brands and sponsors are also watching closely. They've invested millions in Justin's family man image, but now that narrative looks fragile. Some insiders say a few companies are already putting potential deals on hold, waiting to see if this blows over or gets worse. Hailey's own ventures aren't safe either. Her beauty brand thrives on her polished, controlled public persona. If she's painted as the wife who was never loved, that shine could fade, and competitors won't hesitate to take advantage. In the end, the scandal isn't just personal. It's financial, cultural, and global. Hollywood has seen star marriages implode before, but this one feels different. This one touches on love, betrayal, fandom loyalty, and the dangerous overlap between private truth and public performance. And the longer Justin stays silent, the louder everyone else gets. Media, brands, insiders, and fans all racing to own the narrative first. For Hailey, this revelation cuts deeper than almost anything she's faced before. She has spent years defending her marriage against constant comparisons, online hate, and whispers of being second choice. But now, with someone from Justin's own circle claiming he never truly loved her, the humiliation feels unbearable. Insiders say she feels blindsided, that the ground has shifted beneath her. Privately, she's reportedly been leaning heavily on her closest friends and family, trying to make sense of how to move forward. Some sources suggest she's furious with Justin, not just because of what was said, but because his behavior over the years has made it too easy for people to believe the claim. Every cold glance, every awkward video clip, every moment where his affection seemed forced is now being replayed online like evidence in a trial. Publicly, Hailey has stayed silent, but her silence has only fueled speculation. Fans are watching her every move. Whether she wears her ring, whether she posts on Instagram, even whether she's spotted with Justin in public, each detail becomes a headline. And the longer she avoids making a statement, the more people assume she's struggling to hold it together. What makes this worse is how personal it feels. This isn't strangers tearing her down. This came from inside Justin's circle, from someone she likely knows. For Hailey, that's not just betrayal, it's exposure. It suggests she's been living in a marriage where the truth was whispered behind her back the whole time. Now the whispers are public, and she's the one left to carry the embarrassment. Some insiders even claim Hailey is weighing her options. Does she keep fighting to prove her marriage is real? Or does she finally step away, choosing her dignity over staying tied to a man the world believes never loved her? Either choice will define her public image forever, and fans are bracing for the fallout. And that's where the story stands for now. A single confession has thrown Justin and Hailey's entire marriage under the harshest spotlight it's ever faced. Was this just a bitter friend stirring drama, or is it the truth fans have suspected all along? One thing's certain, nothing will ever look the same again. The world is watching their every move, waiting to see if Justin speaks out, if Hailey fights back, or if this silence is the beginning of the end. Their future, as a couple, as public figures, as individuals, now hangs in the balance. So what do you think? Did Justin truly never love Hailey? Or is this just another Hollywood rumor blowing up bigger than it should? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next twist in this unfolding drama. Because if history has taught us anything about Justin and Hailey Bieber, it's that the story is never really over.